Junction. It is out. Just a foreword. Some of you may think I'm in France or realise that my trip had gone wrong, so I'm here in Dover for the week, and I'm starting my tour again on Sunday, so we're picking up there. Now let me show you what I'm up to today, which is quite exciting. I've taken another locomotive from the service shelf, in which there is quite a few up there, and I've brought it down. She's a Hornby Triumph, which is a slightly later version than my other one, and she's having tender pickup, so let me show you what I'm up to. Well, this time it's I think it's a Coronation class. I have the Coronation Scott upstairs, but this is one given to me by Monjan Mick, and it's King George VI. I've already cleaned and oiled and serviced this, so she's ready to go. Runs really nicely. I had to put new brushes in, etc, etc. I don't need to bore you with that. It's the tender. Tender's getting pickup, so let's have a look at the tender and see what it's all about. Well, this is her tender. Now then, I've already cleaned the top, and this is a die-cast chassis. This has kind of come from Hornby, I believe, originally, and underneath you've got the old Hornby Meccano chassis. Never done one of these before. What I have done already is taken out the plastic wheels which were here. A dummy wheel, and the there we go, that's the wheels I've taken out, and I've replaced it with these wheels. I don't know where they come from, but they're the right diameter. Quite nice wheels, chromed. One side's plastic and the other side is all steel. So I need to get pickups on these two. And this is how I'm going to do it. With another piece of Paxilin. So let me get, you can see I've already got some of the markings done. I'm going to cut these out with a hacksaw and fit it in here. And then I've got my 1.5mm bronze pickup strips there. So and I only need one this time because this is metal. This is a metal chassis, so I won't need pickups because I've got steel wheels on this side, so they should be fine. So let me get this Paxilin or circuit board sawn into the right piece. That's a presentable train now, isn't it? Happy with that. What a lovely smell, Paxilin being cut. Well, there we go. Hopefully that will just sit in there now. Nice and tight. Maybe I've overcooked that. That is too tight. It's not sitting in there properly, it's cocked ice. Right, quick retrim. That's it, she's in there nice and tight. And you want it in there nice and tight, as you know. So, right, now let's work out the rest. I've marked it there where the holes go, so let's get those drilled out. Well, this is the tender screw, and that's 2.5, so if I drill the hole at 3.2 it'll be fine. So here's my 3.2 and make sure I get the right hole. Right, and there we go. So I've got my circuit board in there, screwed in with this nice screw. The screw has actually got quite a big egg on it, so I've opened up this hole, so it should now yeah, fit in nice and flush. There you go, got clearance hole for that. And this one is the tender screw, so that's just got to go through. Right, okay, we're ready for the next bit, which is the circuit board that's standing up this way. So I'm going to solder one circuit board to another piece. And it's got to have a clearance hole for the dummy wheel going through there. So here we go. Now these drills that just slot into screwdrivers, hexagon drive, I've got a whole bunch of them from 1mm right up to 6.5mm, and then I've got a little hexagon chuck that also fits in there that goes bigger. So not a precise drilling machine because it's all a little bit wibbly wobbly, but ideal for this kind of modelling. So there's the side plate, and I'll show you how it fits. There we go, that's the basic setup. I've got a hole there for the axle to go straight through, the dummy axle. And yeah, now I want to isolate them by cutting through the copper right the way through on both boards in the centre there. So I'll do that next, simply getting a file and filing off the copper. Another little file with a rough edge on there. Doesn't take much. There we go. Usually see if, yeah, hold it up to the light so I can see through it. So there we go. So we've got a plus and a minus or whatever, opposite polarities. As long as I solder them, yeah, as long as I solder them like that, we'll be fine. I think I might increase the, yeah, I'm going to increase the gap. There we go, in place, ready for soldering. I didn't need to cut the circuit boards in half because it's only having one pickup on the plastic side. The other side it's all metal, so I had no need to have cut the copper off. But a big blob of solder will rectify that. There we go, 4 big blobs of solder holding the circuit boards together, and I've actually put a blob over the cut line that I put in the copper. So now that's all one piece now. The thing I haven't thought about is that screw. It's probably going to short the whole thing out, so I've got to have a rethink. That's where I've got to remove the copper around the base of that screw. So I'll do that with the Dremel. We can get onto the pickups. So I'm getting there. So copper removed from around the screw, and there's the bronze strip in. I've got to solder them in now. And there we go, pickups touching wheels. This is probably one of the muckiest jobs that I've ever done. But it's well, I shall coat it in black paint so nobody can see. But look at the size of my iron. I really need a smaller iron. Look at the size of this thing. Never mind. Yeah, both pickups are touching the wheels already, so I'm going to take the plate out and bend them out to the shapes that I want, put it back in again, solder the wires on, and we're getting there. my little hoop. There I am. That's where my little eyelet goes through that screw. And there I am scratching what I think is paint off. It's not. It's only gunmetal blue. How well made is this? This is part of the Hornby work. This is gunmetal. This is blued. You know, like an air rifle or something. It's blue, gunmetal blue. So I didn't have to remove the paint because I think it would have been okay. But there we go. Learn something every day. Right, now let's get this monstrosity back in again. Well, eventually I've got my 2 wires sorted. And I've blackened everything so it just looks like brake rigging under there. So I think I'm going to leave it like that. I've got to make the holes in the tender front now to take the 2 wires. Put the tender top on and I can forget about this bit because we're going to go and join the wires up to the locomotive. So we're getting there. Long last, the tender's back together, so wires glued and in position ready. I've just got to run the Sharpie down these to make them black before I go any further, and then we'll attack the locomotive. Okay, moving on. I've added a little bit of weight. That's a socket, and I filled the I think there would have been like a smoke blocks light hole there. With screws and nuts and bolts and everything I could just fit in there, and I've covered it over with the Evo stick to stop them dropping out. And here, because the XO3 motor is quite noisy, I've decked the inside out with gaffer tape as like sound insulation to see if that works. If it becomes a problem I can literally rip it out, but it might make the locomotive a lot quieter being insulated, sound insulated with gaffer tape, so we'll give that a try. I've made a mistake in, well, that wire's, yeah, that was almost long enough, but this wire is definitely too short, so I've got to solder a bit on the end, and we're going to go for that screw as the earth, and that side of the television resistor there I can solder onto there, and then pop the body on. We're getting closer to having a run session. There you go, you can see the 2 wires glued to the footplate of the cab, which will need a dash of black paint on there to hide them, but that's using Evo stick. I might not get away with this because I've used computer ribbon. I've run out of SCART cable, so I've used computer ribbon cable. I'm not sure if it's flexible enough, but well, we'll have to try and see. You never know until you try, do you? So next step is to solder it to the locomotive. While the glue's drying, I'll show you another couple of buys. It's a track rubber. Not sure how good this is, but we put it to try. It was cheap. And we've got a Guy Pantechnicon for British Road Services. Isn't that lovely? So that can be connected with the station. So that's another 2 new buys to add to my collection. So far so good. We've extended the wires and put some shrink wrap around them. So let's see if we can join it up to the loco. Wow, back together. So test bed now. Nice and running. I think my wires are a little bit thick. She's running just from the tender at the moment. So I think we should just go up to the loft and let her prove herself, because it's not that smooth. Not too bad, but she's a flyer, alright. I think with a bit of running this is going to work. Right, up to the lock we go. Whoops. So what's the conclusion? With this one, it's a rework. Unlike the B12 that's turned out really sound. She's got a video of her own of this conversion of tender pickups. Yeah, so this needs a rework. Why? I done the back-to-backs with a 3D printed back-to-back tool, and not this. This won't fit in, so she's crashing into the points. Other problem, the wire between that I used for the tender link is too thick. It's just in the way and not flexible enough, so it's a rework, and I'm not going to do it until I've had my holiday. I'm going to try and reduce the width of the flanges because they're just ridiculously thick. So yeah, that's that. Failure. After Charlie Cowan to give me a salute for doing that. Give me a salute for doing that. So go on, off you go. And it's not even going to go. Come on. Never mind, you can't win them all. So holiday first and back for a complete rework. I've got to get a SCART lead, I haven't got any more wire. So that's that. Never mind, you can't win them all, as I say. I'm out. Well, back to the workbench, and as you can see, the plastic 3D printed back-to-back fits lovely. But no chance. None of them, the whole lot, even the tender wires, tender wheels are too close together, so they're crashing through the points. And this is the problem with the wire. The red is a SCART lead, very very thin and flexible, and this is part of the computer ribbon wire, so failure. Sorry Charlie. After all that, Locomotive runs okay. The connection between the two is okay, but yeah, not a very good end to it. So there you go. That's that. I shall be on that when I get back from my holiday. It's Friday evening now, so I really must prepare for my trip. Have a easy weekend, and I'm off Sunday evening, so yeah, here we go. First stop is going to be the Kent and East Sussex Railway, so we're picking up from there. For now, Alan, slightly disappointed, but not really. And thanks to everybody. Alan out. Bye.